Get it here. Let me start the recording.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks.
Will you be manning the
Chatty
YouTube
room?
chat?
Yeah, I can. The chatty room? Really? Apparently Kelly can't talk.
Yeah, I still need to open my beer.
Crack. I mean, drinking iced tea. Do you like how I'm facing more towards the camera?
Looks great.
Okay. Hang on.
Looks great.
Oops. I'm taking a survey at the same time.
I love we don't have any viewers. I am drinking a
What is that?
dogfish head.
Okay, that just sounds
Andre,
horrible
is
to me.
Andre.
Hey, Andre.
Hey.
Okay, I can't hear him.
Cannot hear you.
I was like,
I'm trying to let me set my
Still can't hear you.
stuff up here.
I was like, if you hear him, great. I can't.
Oh, you know why we can't hear him?
Why?
We need to be connected to the internet and not through the soundboard.
Wait, what?
We're connected to the soundboard right now.
Right.
So give us a second. We need to connect to the internet.
How's that?
All right. Let me do this.
Do whatever you need to do.
Hopefully this will still reach for you. I will plug into the... no, it won't reach.
Where's my extender?
It's plugged into the board, which we can't use on... Oh, the nice thing is...
What? Okay, that means you can...
I can hear you.
Hey!
I'm here too.
How are you? How are you?
How are you guys?
Good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
You're like
robotic.
a robot.
Yeah, you're like...
Sorry.
Domo arigato.
Sorry, I'm trying. It's a new mic. It's the Razer Siren. Let me try a couple settings. How about now? Is that good?
There's like an echo that's a little bit of a robot.
Sorry, I'm trying to tone it down here. How
There
about
it is.
now? Any better?
Kelly, we're only plugged in this way. We're only going to hear him in one ear.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Is this good?
Go ahead and speak, Robert.
Speaking. This is me speaking.
Still getting a little robot.
We're getting a robot.
Okay, I might have to switch to my computer microphone. This one still needs some tweaking.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang on, give me a second.
All right.
It's all robot.
Do you need more in your headset, Kelly?
If I
Okay.
could.
Test. Oh, better. Okay.
Yeah.
How you doing, Andre?
I'm doing pretty good.
Cool.
A little tired, but I'm doing okay. I'm trying to get my kids situated so they won't bother me, so so they can go watch TV, play games, or something.
Let me go to the document here. You go by. Remind me.
Okay. I'm using my computer mic now. Any better?
Much better.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just something on this Razer. I still got to get used to like some of the settings. It's a pain in the ass.
All right. Let me get into my email here.
I need to go to our YouTube. I have like so I don't. Do I need to leave the Google? I need to leave the Google Plus up.
What?
Do I have to leave Google Plus open?
I don't.
You are. As long as you're muted, you're still going to be in there. We need you in there because we're recording the audio from that.
Okay,
and
well,
I have
hang
a better
on.
solution. So yeah.
There's something going on because I'm not in the Google Plus. Wait. Yeah, there's something going on because I'm not in the Google. I'm in the Google Plus through YouTube.
Okay, I'm getting echoes.
From me?
Yeah, so mine. And I think we are.
Okay,
Yeah.
how about you getting an echo from me?
What
about me? I mean, is the mic sounding okay?
And that's why.
Yeah, and I can't do both.
You mute the YouTube.
Can you guys hear me okay, though?
Yes, we hear you okay, Robert.
Good, just making sure.
YouTube is muted.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Okay, there's the document.
YouTube is muted.
Should I turn off my video or leave it on?
We're getting like a echo from
You're gonna have to.
the YouTube. If
Hang on.
Should I leave my video on or turn it off?
no, you can leave your video on.
All right.
Yeah, Mike is okay.
Okay.
Right. There's gonna be a problem here.
What?
Because I had to mute both the married gamers on Google Plus and YouTube, or we're gonna get doubles always.
Right. That's
No,
fine.
Google Plus is having to be muted too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then you're not gonna get recording.
No, I can hear them fine. If I can hear them in my headset. Go say something, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you listen to what I'm saying for a second?
Okay.
I am not in Google Plus. I'm not in the Google Hangout at all.
No, yes you are. I see you.
You see me
on the list of what all the Google Hangout people. You are there.
Okay. Because in Google Plus on my page.
And we are recording your voice, so you're in here. Now,
okay.
I'm going to get rid of our own voices.
I'm gonna step away for just 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, I should probably use the restroom before we start too. I'll be right back.
So what I'm going to do is unplug that.
Unplug this.
And unplug this in. Now can you speak to me?
Hang on. Yeah. I can only hear myself. I can't hear anyone else.
Okay, I'm not hearing any. All right, plug that back in.
Hey everybody, I'm Peanut Butter Gamer and welcome back to another, what is this called?
Okay, I see. But now, Robert Workman? Okay.
Can't hear anything because we're not plugged in.
Okay, now I'm like... Okay. No. I see everything. I'm confused. Okay.
Okay, back.
We're watching them. Okay. Things confuse me at times, honey. You should know this.
Okay, we'll suffer through hearing our voices in our head. And
but we're not echoed anymore.
Right, because you muted those things.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Everyone watching us, Kelly will be manning the YouTube chat room, and we are getting ready to start. Everyone on the call ready?
I'm not on the call now, obviously.
We know you're never really ready, Robert.
I'm always ready. Go.
All right, here we go. Let me bring up the show notes.
Yeah, does everybody have their show notes ready?
Yeah, I'd like to know what we're talking about. That'd be great.
I shared it with you.
Did you? I didn't see it.
To your email, to your Comcast.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now you're echoing, honey.
What? No, that's just from talking. You're hearing me live in the room, and then when it comes to...
yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, I can't fix it right now.
Okay, we'll deal with it. That's really weird to have an echo, like a 2 or 3 second delay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think through how we can correct that.
Okay.
Andre, do you have the notes?
I think so. Yeah, I got I got the email right here.
The show notes? Okay.
Yeah, I got the show notes, yeah. Let me see.
Okay, this is what we did. Unplug that real quick.
Unplug this?
And then plug it into this.
But you're not recording? Okay.
Test 1. Test. Okay, great.
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Can you hear me okay? Are you sure I'm coming through fine?
you're
Yes.
good.
You turn
Okay.
it down there.
Oh, so I need to turn us up.
Yeah, turn it up there.
Hang on.
Let me
One.
turn this
Okay.
off. All right, we're good.
Just
Okay.
spreading the word about the
Louder than that.
link real
Turn it
quick.
down a little bit.
Turn down a little bit. Like there?
Yeah.
There's still the delay.
I didn't do it.
Test.
We're still going to get the delay. We're just going to have to deal with the delay.
Yeah, it's better. The other setup's better.
Yeah, I don't have a rundown from you. Oh wait, there we go. Hang on, you shared a document.
Let's fix it. Take that one plug.
Oh, okay.
Tangled up in blue.
No, plug that back in. And your headset cable. I unplugged it. Drag it towards you. Thank you.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now you got to turn us down again.
Okay, Kelly owes me $20.
Why do I owe you $20?
You think I'm doing this for free? You're crazy.
I thought that my personality and my
Everyone have the show notes?
You know what? You already used that card for PAX Prime, so thank you.
oh man.
Are we all set now?
Yeah, Robert, we're staying in a hotel with you. Oh, wait.
Are we?
I don't snore, Robert.
No, not. I'm talking about the year you guys didn't go, and I had to get like people to fill the room.
Oh.
Remember that? Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna get started here.
Although I don't forgive your snoring. There's the door closed, and sorry, Chris. Okay, go. Just go.
Okay, here we go. Episode 305. Fifth.
305?
Episode fist.
Professionals. Episode 356.
Alex gone. Andre's
And
gone.
3.
You started Robert off, honey.
Go.
13 minutes. In 3, 2, 1. You are listening to the Married Gamers podcast with their hosts, Chris and Kelly. This week, we give the company that gave us Mario and Donkey Kong and so much more some love with our guests, Andre Tipton and Robert Workman. All this and more on the Married Gamers podcast.
I was like, what
All
about
right,
the
one more
music, honey?
time. One more time.
We're professionals.
I'll be here all day.
In 3, 2, 1. You are listening to the Married Gamers podcast with your hosts, Chris and Kelly. This week, we give the company that gave us Mario and Donkey Kong and so much more some love with our special guests, Andre Tipton and Robert Workman. All this and more on the Married Gamers podcast. And because I waited so long,
Your phone
Donkey.
went on.
Who's Donkey Kong? That's what I want to know. Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong.
all right, one more time. This time we'll get it right. Let me get the phone.
She said.
14. Okay. 3, 2, 1. You are listening to the Married Gamers podcast with your hosts, Chris and Kelly. This week, we give the company that gave us Mario and Donkey Kong and so much more some love with our special guest hosts, Andre Tipton and Robert Workman. All this and more on the Married Gamers podcast.
Every night since the zombies at Christmas, I've been hung up on a dream where we get married in Memphis by I'm just as scared as you. Probably more, believe it's true. Unless you got something better to do.
Welcome to episode 356 of the Married Gaming, recorded on January 17th, 2015. Thank you very much for joining us. This week we have two very special guests. We're joined by Andre Tipton. Welcome, Andre.
Thanks. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for taking out some time on your Saturday to join us. And do we call him a friend?
Of course he's a friend.
One
He's
of our
been a friend of ours for years.
Yeah, I know. Robert Workman.
Just for that, you owe me an Xbox 360 system. Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Thank you for joining us, Robert. We really appreciate you taking some time.
I consider Kelly a friend. Chris is still, the court's still out. We'll find out, I guess.
Hey, you're going to have to spend some time with him at PAX South here.
Yeah.
Less than a week.
Don't remind me to be wandering around without you.
I believe now you owe me a beer.
Oh, yeah, I'll get you a Schlitz. Oh, a nice warm Schlitz from the hotel bar.
Now, this is our first time having Andre on our show, and
It's a long
we
time
want to find
coming.
out more about what he does, but I want to share this really what I thought was a fun story. Last day of PAX East, it was a couple of years ago, we were heading back to our hotel, and we had met Andre in the closing moments of PAX East that year, and something worked out where we just had this long talk about us older guys in the industry, doing what we want, doing what we do, and we just really hit it off. And you had like a very late flight that day, or early morning flight.
Yeah, it was like really weird.
So we invited you over. We had pizza in our room, and we had a fun time just chatting. It was really good getting to know you during that moment, and it's a damn shame it's taken us this long to have you on the show.
I know. It's like I said, it's a long time coming, and I'm glad I'm here. I'm so glad you guys reached out.
Now tell the folks what site that you run.
Well, I own RealOtakuGamer.com. We just cover everything geek-related, games, anime, comics, movies, TV shows. We cover it all. The site has been around for a little over 5 years now. We should be celebrating our sixth year this year. Doing really well. Things are a little slow right now, but with news-wise, but we got a lot of stuff coming, so a lot of new shows, and it's just a passion of mine, and I've been doing it for a long time, just like all of you. I've been doing this forever. So it's just I just finally decided to get back into it, and I took a little time off. But I'm enjoying it.
Oh, cool.
I think that's the fun part with everything that we do is we enjoy what we're doing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Now, Robert Workman,
Yes.
we've had you on many times. You're a delight. You're a friend. But folks listening may not know all that you do and where all you can be found. You're the James Brown of freelance games journalism.
Wow!
Where they can read you.
Kiss myself. No, it's true. I do work for a lot of sites. Primarily, what I'm doing stuff for right now, I'm doing stuff for Newegg's Game Crate site, as well as Retro Magazine's website and their magazine as well. I got a bunch of stuff in issue 5, including reviews for Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Super Smash Brothers. I've also been working with Eric Bush on the new site, The Geek Culture, which covers everything in TV, movies, video games. So I've been posting a lot of stuff there, and I still do my regular stuff for Prima and A-List Daily. So I'm very busy.
That's fantastic.
I wouldn't say I'm James Brown. I can't do flying knee drops. Sorry.
Yeah, well, aren't you? Isn't that your 2015 New Year's resolution?
To be James Brown? No, but
No, to do the knee drops.
Okay, apparently you don't realize how old my knees actually are. I don't really need to do a knee drop and watch my legs shatter at someplace like PAX South, because I really will hurt myself.
And as a Broncos fan, he's done a lot of kneeling to praying.
Wow. Wow.
Listen, you. Let's not bring that up. You don't want me to bring up your failures, do you? No, let's not do that. No.
Well, every episode we start with an opening question, and with the Academy Awards having just been announced this week, we want to ask each of you what would be your guess for Best Picture. So we'll start with Andre. What would be your guess?
I'm hoping for Birdman. Birdman or Selma. I'm pretty much. It's kind of like a toss-up between both of those, but as the geek in me is really wanting Birdman to get it, but I personally hope Selma gets it, but that's just me.
Sounds good. What about you, Robert?
You know what? American Sniper is going to win because, they're going all over the place for that movie. I really want Birdman to win myself, and I'm a little upset that our Guardians of the Galaxy didn't get nominated.
Yeah.
Because that acting.
Especially
I think
that trained raccoon,
I really think Birdman should win it, but it's going to be like American Sniper. You know how the Academy is. They go gaga for these, saga movies or whatever.
Yeah.
What about you, honey?
Well, I also agree that I think American Sniper is probably going to win it. However, I'm really pushing for Boyhood. Just a film that really took 12 years to make, and they had to follow up again and again with the cast, and having to inhabit those characters for 12 years is in itself. So I would absolutely say Birdman. And you, Kelly?
I think that Selma's going to end up with it. I think they're going to go for that heartfelt following
important figure
in history. Yeah. I think that they're going to go for that. I'm hoping.
Kind of like Lincoln.
Yeah, except, I think it's a shame that the lead actor who plays Martin Luther King Jr. in the movie didn't get a Best Actor nod, because I heard he was sensational. I forgot his name, Andre. You may have it, but
David Oyelowo, I think this.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce his last name correctly. I didn't want to offend him. So I think he should have been nominated for Best Actor, and I think Best Director. They also should have given a nod there. It's good to have Best Picture, but
an American nominated, and they did it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, plus, I still think the Lego Movie got robbed for Best Animated Feature.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a lot of backlash about this ye's Academy nomination.
At least Transformers wasn't nominated. They got some stuff right.
Nominations, it's just, it felt like it wasn't a great year in terms of the nominations, but in terms of film in general, I don't know. There's not really any huge standouts.
Right.
Oh, I did want to mention one funny story about this. Paramount did actually send out Transformers: Age of Extinction for consideration for Academy Awards. I want to know how many notes they got back.
The movie?
I want to see how many notes they got back. You're shitting me, right? You're kidding?
Yeah, that's funny.
That Ninja Turtles. What the hell?
Well, I think this year was a good year as far as quality. There's a lot of really good movies that came out.
Especially Marvel. Captain America and Guardians. That was amazing.
Yeah. I was in a conversation with those guys with some guys about that last night, and we were talking about the movies and stuff, and they were just like Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Guardians of the Galaxy is like that's the tier, that's the benchmark now. Let's get to that or above,
Yeah.
Avengers has a good way of following that up, but the thing I worry about is that Ant-Man.
I'm really intrigued by Ant-Man. I really want to see it.
I wanted to see Edgar Wright's vision of it. I don't know how it's going to go now. So, I'll give it a chance because Michael Douglas makes a good Hank Pym, but you still have that level of skepticism about the movie. Anyway, sorry to veer off topic. I just wanted to sound that off.
Yeah, no problem. Kelly.
Yes, sir.
Tell the folks where they can reach us.
You can find the Married Gamers at multiple places. Obviously, our homepage at www.themarriedgamers.net. You can find us also on Facebook at facebook.com/themarriedgamers. Also on Twitter at twitter.com. The Married Gamers, which is at The Married Gamers, or you can follow Lefty at Lefty Brown, or myself at Mrs. Lefty Brown. Also, you can send us mail at the marriedgamers at outlook.com, or if you prefer not to hear me sing, as Lefty always says is the worst part of the show, I beg to differ. But you can send us a voicemail at 559-286-0919. Yes, Robert. That means you yourself can give us voicemails and let Lefty know what you really think about things.
Oh, I'll be doing this daily now. I'll be leaving dirty voicemails. Yes. Lefty, you son of a...
That way then you can let us know what you really think.
Oh,
Sending us,
you really want to know?
Hey, you know what?
You
People
want me to
want
tell
to
the
hear
truth?
you.
What do you might want to?
I didn't say we'd actually play your voicemails, but you can leave us voicemails. No,
Yeah.
we will.
Yeah,
play
you're more than welcome to do that.
Doesn't mean we're going to use them. I mean, this one has a lot of expletives, so we're going to skip this one.
We'll listen to it on the air. Sorry, we're not playing that one. It was Robert Workman. Oh, wait, that's another Robert Workman that just came. So, honey, tell everybody about our sponsors.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, TyagaSequoia.com, maker of fine brew here in the Central Valley. I'm actually drinking a non-Tioga Sequoia beer right now.
But out of one of their glasses.
Out of one of their glasses.
It was one of their steal the glass night.
Yes. But I'm actually drinking a Dogfish Head 90-minute IPA. Great. It's really good. But
what's it called? A 90-minute?
90-minute IPA. Yeah. But Tioga Sequoia, craft brew right here in the heart of the Central Valley. You can find them at tioga-sequoia.com. A lot of great craft brews available for your drinking pleasure.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's move on to the Week in Geek, and we are going to start with our guest, Andre. Andre, what geeky stuff have you been playing, reading, watching this week?
Let's see. I've been playing Super Smash Brothers, the Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate demo, Citizens of Earth. Sorry. Man, there's a ton of stuff. Mario 3D World, Lego Batman 3, a little bit of GTA 5. I've been going back and playing some of the backlog too. As far as watching, catching up. I got to catch up on. I'm going to catch up on Gotham tonight, and everything I've missed so far. I've got everything DVR'd. Let me see. Just wait for all the new stuff to come back out.
What type of stuff do you DVR and just enjoy?
Oh, I DVR all kinds of stuff. Like right now, I just finished up watching the Jimmy Fallon's for this week. Let's see what else.
Okay, so I have to ask you.
Yeah.
On Jimmy Fallon, what did you think about when he realized he dated kind of?
Well, he was going to go out, had a chance to go out with Nicole Kidman.
Yes. What did you think about that?
That was the best thing ever. That was so awesome to me. I was like, that is amazing.
You know what?
He had no clue. That was so funny.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Andre, but I think it was funny to be like, you know what? I think she saw Taxi, and I don't have a chance in hell with her, so maybe I should just not talk to her.
I think when she saw his apartment, I think it was over because.
Yeah. How many video games?
It's like the video game.
Video games and.
Come on! I used to go out with Tom Cruise. I'm better than this.
Yeah. Video games, no furniture, and pizza. Okay.
No.
Wait. That's my apartment. That's my apartment. Uh-oh.
I thought that was great though. That was hilarious.
Mm.
And Kevin Hart.
We're talking about go to YouTube and.
Yeah, go find it. It's hilarious.
Just find it. You'll find it.
I still think oh, go ahead.
Okay, I just watched the Kevin Hart one just a few minutes ago, and oh my god, that was the slapjack was so funny. Oh, that was insane.
I still think
I'm still laughing with it.
The greatest thing I've seen with Jimmy Fallon is when he had Kevin Spacey on, had him do all sorts of impressions, like Christopher Walken, Bill Clinton, Al Pacino. It was just the stuff of legend.
That was. I can't wait for the lip sync battle. I can't wait. That's gonna be awesome.
And didn't Daniel Radcliffe do something too? He did a song which
Yeah,
like,
he
was
did
A to Z or something like that.
Yeah, it was a rap, and he was like, he did the whole thing, and it was just like,
Mhm.
I was like, man, it's amazing what these people have to do in their spare time.
Yeah, well, he's Harry Potter. He can do what he wants.
Yeah,
And plus as actors, you tend to have get a good memory. Over
Definitely.
time, so your ability to memorize long stretches and stuff.
I kind of find it funny how he said that. You have to have a good memory. Sorry, go ahead.
That's what I'm looking for.
but one of my favorite moments lately was the Bradley Cooper air guitar. That was epic. I was
That
like,
was
okay,
epic.
that was awesome. But yeah, what else? I've got to watch Agent Carter, which I'm really enjoying that.
That's a good show. Love that show.
I'm enjoying that.
Mhm.
I'm gotta catch up. I'm actually enjoying Empire. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but that show's getting really good.
Well, the chick in that show is really good too. She was, and that dude who was in the original Iron Man, he's in it too.
Yeah, Terrence Howard and
Yeah.
Taraji P. Henson. Yeah,
Yeah, she's good. I mean,
she's a beast in this one. Oh my
Yeah.
god! I was like, yeah, she's yeah. It's getting really good. TV is just so awesome now. It's like I don't even want to go to the movies now. It's like,
I just really want Agents of Shield back because that bombshell they dropped before the mid-season finale was crazy.
and I can't wait for Arrow.
Oh, Arrow's gonna be good too.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to you, Chris.
Talking about TV, one thing that I was really impressed. I saw a trailer for an NBC show coming called The Slap.
Oh my
And
God!
it's one of these short series, all streaming out of an adult slapping a child at a family gathering, and events streaming out of that.
Yeah, I saw that trailer today.
The caliber of people who's in that thing is
Like,
impressive. So
Uma Thurman's in it,
Oh, that's-
Andy Newton, Zachary Quinn. But the thing is this, the concept is like, the kid hit another kid. The kid deserved it, and then all of a sudden it just unfolds into this big, massive... This is why we don't have the Thursday night comedy lineup anymore, because of shows like The Slap. No!
it sounds like it'll be boring, but the acting talent on that, it sounds incredible.
Yeah, see, that's what intrigued me about it. I was like, what are all these people doing? I was like, this is television. These people shouldn't be here for television. I said, okay.
I mean, come on. Uma Thurman was in Kill Bill. She probably would have chopped that kid's arm off. It'd be like,
I think there was the promise that this is going to be a very short, like almost like those mini-series events, and so these big-time actors might commit to something like that. So
I still don't see I just don't get it. I mean, I'm just so mad that they're cramming Parks and Recreation into this one, like, 3.5 week block or 7 week block for its series run, and instead they're giving, like, The Slap a longer run, and The Slap doesn't deserve it. Parks and Recreation does. That's just...
it hasn't even aired yet.
Yeah, I give you that. I don't know. I think it might be pretty cool. I'm going to check it out.
If they kicked him into a pool, it probably have a little more premise. Because there could be something in the pool. There could be, like, superhero powers. It just sounds stupid. I'm sorry.
So, Robert, tell us about your Weekend Geek.
Well, I've been playing Saints Row 4 Re-Elected and Saints Row Get Out of Hell, which come out this Tuesday for Xbox One and PS4.
Nice.
Can't talk too much about them yet, but if you like the Saints Row series, I think you guys are going to be comfortable with them. Been playing through Bayonetta 2 again, been working my way through the Evolve beta, which launched, the Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate demo, which, by the way, I actually supplied Andre with his code. He was looking around for one, and I got him one. So you're welcome, brother.
Nice.
Thank you so much, bro.
I got to take care of you, bro.
I appreciate it.
Also been playing some stuff on the PlayStation Now because I actually subscribed to that. I want to see how this 1 month thing goes. And I've been playing like MotorStorm Apocalypse, or Defense Force 2025, Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. The service runs pretty well. It takes a while to load up some of the bigger games in the game, but the streaming service works really well. I just hope that they change up the diversity of the games. It's sort of like when you were offered a free game in a month of PlayStation Plus. I just hope they change out like certain games each month so the service has diversity. So I'm not playing, like Planet Paradise Golf or whatever, like 5 months in a row. I need different games. I need new games. So it'll be interesting to see how the service goes along. Aside from that, I've just been, as far as TV goes, I'm watching Agent Carter, which is really good. Be catching up on Archer again. It's nice to have Archer back. To be quite honest, it's a great show.
Good.
It's very
yeah.
good. Love Archer. I'm just still stunned it's been going so long. It's just an amazing show. And, still just catching up with Parks and Recreation. It's good that show's back. The first 2 episodes are hilarious this season. Just been working my way through stuff like that. It's all leading up to PAX South next week, which will be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Except Chris is going.
I'm just kidding. I have to work. Nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, I wish I was going.
It's not going to be that big a show, but I'm mainly just going because a lot of my friends are going. It'll be good to see them again. And
Yeah.
San Antonio is supposed to be nice this time of year, so we'll see.
Yeah, fingers crossed on that.
Yeah.
I just hope you don't all end up with snow.
No, jeez.
That'd be funny. So,
Not for me.
That would kind of be funny, though.
Yeah. What's your weekend geek?
Well, I've been playing some Destiny.
Some. I walked in and you were playing it when I got home from my travels.
Yeah. Well, I read that I had to drop everything and play Destiny because Xur had the Icebreaker.
Bless
sniper
you.
rifle. And so I rushed and got to him. I was going to buy it, and I'm going, wait a minute. I already have this.
What?
So I bought another helmet instead. And so I've been playing with others again on Destiny, on fire teams and stuff like that. And it's fun again. Playing it by yourself, and you go on patrol, or you might do strikes with people you don't know. It gets a little boring after a while. At this point, as many hours as I have put into it, it does get a little boring. But when you're with friends and you're playing it, boom, it's instant fun. So yeah, I've gotten back into Destiny. I played a little bit of the Crota raid near the very end. I need to go back and start at the beginning. And it looks interesting. I just need to get a group of 6 to go on these raids. I still haven't finished Vault of Glass, and over on the PS4, I still need to level up my character so that I unlock the Vault of Glass and the other exclusive PS4 raid on there. Other than that, GTA 5. I am still loving that on the Xbox One. I've been doing a lot of streaming of that, of me playing it very badly. I've been watching a lot of YouTube Live people doing GTA 5, and I forget who it was, but they had, when I started watching them, they had like 6 vehicles on the top of one of the tallest buildings in GTA 5, and they were going to do a demolition derby on top of that building. So it was fun. It was a fun view. And
Wow.
That's the thing that... go ahead, Andre.
No, I was just saying that's crazy.
Yeah. And that's the thing about GTA 5 that makes me love it so much is that sandbox appeal. Yeah, I do want to go through and finish the story, but sometimes it's just fun to like parachute and try to land in the jaws of the shark out in the ocean.
In first person, nonetheless.
In first person. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's one of those games I hope and wish a lot of my friends on Xbox One will pick up. I've played with them often on the 360. They need to go to the Xbox One. I think there's enough there to make that a rewarding experience for them. And then we can do those old-fashioned hangouts and do all sorts of crazy stunts, and that's a lot of fun. Other Rock Band, I just give it really. Other gaming-related stuff is Rock Band set up a survey this week, and I'm really excited because they're sort of hinting that there might be more Rock Band in the works.
Well, they also released the 3-pack of DLC. This is the first time in almost 2 years that we've gotten new DLC. I mean, between that and the survey, we've got every indication in the world that maybe by PAX East or E3, we will see a new Rock Band announcement.
Yeah, and that'll be cool. And I'm really because if you take in the survey, there's a lot of questions about rank what things are important to you, and for me, they've always been the ability to take the tracks I've already bought and still be able to use them. And the second most important thing is this nice wooden Fender replica guitar, Guitar Hero guitar, or excuse me, Rock Band guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to use that on the Xbox One. So those older instruments, being able to use those on the new consoles.
Well, here's the two things that I would think would really make this Rock Band click. The first one, I think it's great to have new songs, don't get me wrong. This new DLC pack is very cool, has Foo Fighters, Arctic Monkeys, but I want to see more classic rock stuff. I want to see more like, Journey. I want to see more Aerosmith that counts. Guitar Hero Aerosmith had a bunch of it, but there were songs that were missing. Rolling Stones, and more importantly, Led Zeppelin. If they could finally get the rights to Led Zeppelin, the Beatles were good. That was a good game and everything like that, but it cost them millions of bucks. Led Zeppelin's library will obviously be far less. They don't have to worry about personas because obviously Jimmy Page hates Rock Band anyway. So get that going. And the second thing I really think is going to be the emphasis is multiplayer. Not worry so much about it, like a story mode or whatever, but obviously try to make it a draw to get people together for a jam session. Because the Rock Band jam sessions during parties, during PAX, every year at PAX, no matter what PAX show you go to, they have the stage with the instruments, and it's always full of people. That tells you about the strength and the longevity of Rock Band. And I think Harmonix knows this. I think they were just waiting for the proper time in which they could launch it themselves, because when they had it under EA, there was always this concern, would the game make this much money and everything like that? And then EA was like, screw it, we don't want to do it anymore. Harmonix bought its own rights back. It had the rights back to Rock Band. And I think it was just pacing itself for the right time in which it could set up an affordable library, the right type of artists on board, and not have EA get in the way of like, well, we make our 200 million something back from the Beatles Rock Band. There's no real high stakes here. The company knows it can venture forward with its own plans, and I think that's something we're going to see at PAX East. They're going to re-announce Rock Band. They're going to have it done the right way, and I think it's actually going to stick around a little longer this time, which is good.
Man, I hate that I'm going to miss PAX East now. So yeah, Rock Band Survey really has my interest peaked. Movie-wise, I'm sure Kelly has more to say on this, but we had a little movie night, and we watched Gone Girl, and oh my goodness, what a great film. It goes places you don't expect, and I thought it was great. And when you have a film like that, it's really important that the actors and actresses can really pull it off, and they even did. I said even did because Ben Affleck was in it. And I actually like him better as a director than an actor, but he did a great job. One last thing before we move on to Kelly. I wrapped up Star Trek Next Generation Season 5 with one of my least favorite cliffhangers. It was we found Data's head in San Francisco. Yeah. And so I'm now on to Season 6, and the family bond is built with the Star Trek family, or with the Star Trek Enterprise, and every story, like, they're just running on all cylinders at this point. They know what works, and they sort of build those mythologies. I'm going to look forward to more Klingon stuff coming this season, and some major data and lore stuff this season as well. So yeah, I'm a happy person watching Star Trek Next Generation. Someone please hire me. I need to get back to work. So that's it. Kelly.
Yes.
What's your week in geek been like?
So I played a little bit. Well, I've been on this like diet and fitness kick where I'm watching what I eat, and so fitness-wise, doing some Dance Central Spotlight, which I absolutely love. That if you've purchased any downloadable songs from any of the other Dance Central, there's you can download them again in Dance Central Spotlight. It's a little bit broken in the sense that you have to remember if you purchase the song, then you have to go to the song, say you're going to purchase it. It's like, it says, you've already purchased this song. Would you like to download it? And so you have to go through the whole process of going, I think I purchased this song. And I mean, you still prompted it. Do you want to purchase
There's
it?
just
And it
too
pops
many
up.
steps involved.
Yeah, and so there's that little bit of brokenness to it, but at least you're prompted if you want to purchase. I have gone, I think I purchased a song because I really like it. No, I haven't. Okay, I'm going to buy it anyways. So, there's been a couple of impulse purchases. I mean, they're only $2, so it's not too bad. But I have 40 songs now in Dance Central's Spotlight, and I would say 10 of them were with it. And of the 30 that I have, I would say probably 25 of those were already songs that I had downloaded from the other Dance Central songs. And it's good. It's nice that the dance steps were the ones I already knew from the previous Dance Centrals. So that's good. And then for some more upper body work, I need to say this, but if you've ever played Disney Fantasia, which I know Robert has, if you play it for a lengthy time, your arms really hurt. So yeah, I will play that for 20, 30 minutes, and I'm like, okay, my arms are dead. I just got to work out. So it's fun, and I'm working more through the story mode of the game, and I'm really enjoying how beautiful Harmonix and Disney made this. And you just mentioned that Fantasia is now on Netflix.
Actually, Fantasia and Fantasia 2000, which
Oh,
had
really?
some extra stuff in it, is on.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm kind of interested in watching that and then seeing kind of comparisons with the movies and the game. I don't know, it's kind of an interesting idea. And then that's all I've done in gaming. This was kind of a wonky week for me. I'm getting ready to, this is work stuff, but it's a little geeky. I was getting ready to learn more about Common Core. And it's really interesting how that's changing the way kids learn and how the brain functions differently. So I learned some interesting things about how our brains learn.
I like how you say it slow. That's great. You're like, I need to know how the brain functions.
Well, I am talking to you, Robert, so no, I'm just kidding.
I'm smarter than the average bear.
I'm just teasing you, Robert. So no, but it was really interesting to me to learn how a developing brain of a high schooler works in the process. So I'm not saying that Robert's a high schooler.
I'm gonna be a senior this year.
But
Who wants to go to prom?
So sorry, Robert. I'm not gonna be your prom date.
Are you gonna go on YouTube and
so-
ask about your date?
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna see if I can get 2,000 retweets to get that one girl to go with me.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not that desperate.
Like
Thank you.
We watched Gone Girl.
Yep.
And it was really interesting because I think we were about halfway through the movie, and Chris turns to me and he goes, "This is so your movie, like your type of movie," because I am very much a detective style movie liker.
I was gonna say, yeah, you gotta complete that because you'd be like, it's so much like you wanting to plot your murder and frame me for it.
No, but so watching it, I enjoy seeing a person's reaction to a movie, and there were so many twists and turns in this movie, and I'm not going to give away the movie at all, but there were I want to say 4 or 5 times that I had to turn to Chris and I'm like, shut your mouth, because his jaw was like on the floor.
It was wide open.
And I'm like, you're going to catch flies if there are flies here, because...
We do not have flies
no,
in
we
the house.
don't. But I'm just like, close your mouth. Close your mouth. And when the movie ended, I think we both kind of looked at each other and went, that's it? It's over. No, there has to be more.
Yeah. That was
And it's been a long time since we've seen a movie that does
good.
that
David
to
Fincher
you.
knows how to direct. I mean, David Fincher made the story of Facebook feel interesting.
Yeah. But I have wanted in a long time to rewatch Memento.
Hmm.
This movie,
Not a David Fincher film.
no.
Yeah, it's Christopher
This
Nolan.
movie makes me even more want to rewatch
Ah.
Memento
For the twist.
for
and
the
stuff,
twists
yeah.
and turns.
You're
And
turning
so-
slowly but surely psychotic. You know that, right?
Are you calling me demented?
Well, you think I'm a high schooler, so yeah.
No, I'm thinking like a high school.
Well, that.
So yeah, no. I guess I better not say about the other show that I'm watching, because then Robert's gonna make even more comments.
Yeah.
What is it?
All right. So
You watching The Bachelor? You might
I
as
am
well.
watching The Bachelor.
Yeah, okay. I wonder why.
I no. Do you watch that, Robert?
No, why the hell would I watch The Bachelor?
No,
Yeah,
there's,
I'm single, so I'll go and watch this guy get lucky. Sure. Why not?
no, there's a freaky girl on there.
No, you're going to suggest her to me? Oh, you're a...
Isn't there
Yeah.
always one though?
Yeah.
There's this one girl
With like a peg.
got on there and she carried a karaoke machine and sang him a song, and she's a cruise line singer.
yeah, great.
She's got water.
Hey,
All right. So that's
Okay.
your Week in Geek.
yeah.
All right. Well, voice messages or emails for our mailbag
I
this
can't
week.
sing.
I just want to give people a reminder they can send us mail at marriedgamers@outlook.com or leave a message on our voicemail, area code 559-286-0919. All right, so let's move on to our topic. 2014 should have been a even bigger year for Nintendo. They were like the only company to come out with products, come out with games that worked when you put them in. There was no problems.
They were broken and had to
no
have
last-
patches.
No last minute patches. I mean, once you loaded it, started playing it, you could enjoy the Luigi death stare to Pac-Man as a fighting character. You know, it's been a great year for software on for the Wii U. There's been great titles for the 3DS and the new Pokemon among them. They came out with Amiibos, and I just really felt, even though we don't have a Wii U yet, you know, we can't afford it right now. The Nintendo needs to get some love from us. They have my respect, and I am always pulling to pull out the past doldrums that they had in selling consoles and stuff like that, because they have some great product. And 2014 was a great example of that. 2015 may be even stronger. So, so before we talk about present times, let's talk about the past of Nintendo.
Okay. You mean like the past year, right? Not like 1985.
No, let's go back into the way back machine. We're talking the retro Nintendo.
We're talking back when Donkey
Machine.
Kong was the shit. Yeah.
That's right.
Let's be honest. 2014 was a great year for Nintendo. I don't think we got a bad game from them. You know, like Donkey Kong
No.
Country, Bayonetta 2. which I consider to be like one of the best sequels of last year, if not all time, because they went all out with that. It was amazing. You know, Mario Kart 8, Smash Brothers, Hyrule Warriors. They took the Dynasty Warriors concept and actually made it feel relevant again, which is like nearly impossible because like every Dynasty Warriors game is the same. You know, it's like every game they really delivered upon. They went all out on. You know, they didn't get as much advertising. I would have liked to see more advertising for Bayonetta 2, but I really liked the push that came from the gamers who realized how great Bayonetta was, how great Smash Brothers was. And, you know, Nintendo didn't stop there. During the Game Awards, they showed up the first gameplay footage for Zelda. And people got crazy about that. They were, like, absolutely bonkers about that, along with the confirmation that we're getting Star Fox finally for Wii U. You know, and on top of that, we're getting a bunch of good games this spring. We're going to get Kirby. We're going to eventually get Devil's Third, which was supposed to be out in 2009, but will eventually be a great new exclusive. You know, we're getting Splatoon. I mean, it just really seems like the lineup there of games is just stellar. I think they're finally starting to catch on in terms of what gamers want. Now all we need is like this announcement of an F-Zero and a Metroid. And, you know, I think they'll come full circle and maybe even introduce some new franchises like Splatoon or whatever. I think E3 is going to be really interesting for them, and the year as a whole is just going to be jam-packed with Nintendo goodness. Now, that just leaves a question of what will happen with third parties, but the truth is I think people have just come to expect that, you know, it's like the Dreamcast. It's like most of the strength is going to come from the first party, and then there's some games on the side that people want to check out if they have third-party support. So I suppose that's fine. You know, I don't know how long it's going to last until they get new hardware or whatever, but, you know, for the time being, I think Wii U is going to have another stellar year, and Nintendo's going to lead the charge, and we're going to see some real surprise announcements at E3 that are going to blow us away. That's my thought.
Let's keep in the present then. We'll take the way back machine later in the topic. But,
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Last year it feels like an ancient century to me, if it makes you feel better. Kind of old.
But Andre, what do you think about the past year for Nintendo and where it's leading in 2015?
I mean, I can just only echo what Robert said. I mean, the Wii U has shown that it truly. I mean, to me, it was always a great console to buy. I was ready to buy one day one. I didn't get one day one, but I got it, you know, about 6 months, 8 months later. And I mean, Nintendo can't really do anything wrong right now. I mean, everything they've released has either been very, very good or it's knocked it out of the park. There's not, like I said, like you said, there's not a bad game on the Wii U right now or the 3DS right now. It's just they've just, you know, they basically went and said, okay, now we've got to hit our stride, and now we've done it, and we're going to keep this momentum going because we have to, you know, you have to keep the fans happy. You have to, and a lot of the companies aren't thinking that way, but Nintendo they're going to have to follow suit if they're going to stay relevant. And then Nintendo just, you know, they just basically just killed it. I mean, like I said, I just got Bayonetta 2 like a couple weeks ago, and oh my God, it was exactly what I expected. And you know, like Hyrule Warriors. I mean, the thing about the Dynasty Warriors series, the third-party games have always been they weren't well received, but they were actually better than the core Dynasty Warriors games. So that like Hyrule Warriors just kept that tradition going on. I just can't wait to see what happens in 2015. It's just like right now. It's just, I mean, it is a perfect time to buy a Wii U.
It really is.
Well, you know, it seems really interesting to me that they've come out with these amiibos that are interactive with the games, and it's almost like the Beanie Baby rage that came out that people are like, I've got to get these. And
it's kind of the thorn. It's the thorn in me and Robert's side right now.
Well, it's not only like
you don't know who this is.
You know, it's not only that you're going to go out and buy it, but if I can't find it in my local store, I'm then going to contact, you know, somebody at another state possibly to see if they can get the ones that I'm missing so that they can buy them for me, and they're going to ship me because it's possibly cheaper than if I go onto eBay.
That's
Kelly,
why we.
You know who this is, Kelly? At least.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, me and one of our writers for Real Otaku Gamer, we actually started a Facebook group for getting people to just find amiibos and just
in that group.
not pay $300 for an amiibo and all that stuff. It was just trying to get I have one of my friends he's sending me 3 of them actually. He actually took a bus and went 600 miles to pick up 8 villagers.
Hey, that's worth it. That pays for itself.
Yeah, and it was like $40. He charged $40 because he lives in Panama, and it was $40 for an amiibo for me, and I got 3 of them.
And I mean, it's a real life Pokemon game almost. It's collect them all.
Yeah, it is. You got to collect them all.
Okay, Kelly, who is this? Who is this?
I'm waiting for me to see here.
Oh wow, you actually can't see. All right.
Well, hang on. This is clicking on you here.
Okay, here, I'll hold it up again.
Yeah,
I just like to hold a pitch. She doesn't know who it is. I'm like,
on the audio podcast only.
I think the thing about amiibos is like, you're like, I'm gonna get 3 more, then I'm done. It's like wave 3. I already ordered Sonic and Mega Man and Bowser and Meta Knight, and I'm good and I'm done. Then they announced wave 4 with Wario and Pac-Man, and damn it, I'm a grown adult.
Exactly. I'm sitting there going, well, how am I going to get all these?
I know, right?
Workout trainer. I got a workout trainer.
The Wii Fit trainer.
Yeah. Okay. So
it's just crazy. Like, I'm only collecting the rare ones right now. The core ones I'm pretty much going to get whenever I get them. So.
Yeah, I'm working on the core ones. The rare ones I'm not too worried about. But I mean, like Sonic, Mega Man, you have to have like the basic ones that look awesome on a shelf, no matter what you do at the time of the day.
Mm-hmm. Now, my co-host over on the Gamer Husbands had a brilliant idea, and I'm sure this is going to be bound to happen. This year, or at E3, Nintendo will announce a Pokemon for the Wii U, or even for 3DS, and there will be Pokemon amiibos.
Yeah, that's going to be a given.
If they do that, that will just people's heads are going to explode.
No, I think
you'll see a whole row of just red because people's heads will explode. They'll go, "Oh my God, I can't contain it any longer." I mean, that's when I'll go, "Okay, I'm done."
Here's what's going to happen. At E3, Nintendo's going to drop the bombshell on Pokemon Amiibos. They're going to announce a Wii U version of that Pokemon fighting game, Pokken. They're going to announce that.
Right.
And then they're probably going to announce a new Pokemon game for Wii U. And, bombshell. It's like even the non-Pokemon fans be like, holy, I got to get these. It's going to be like that. And it's going to be Amiibo. Because, the Amiibos have made what? They've sold like a whole bunch of units, $2.6 million worth of units. Nintendo's not going to drop this business anytime soon. They're making Amiibos for Mario Party. They're everything. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, and besides Nintendo, these type of figures does well for Disney with Disney Infinity. Does well for Activision with Skylanders. It's the reason why that Skylanders, not only just the game but the characters, sells more or makes more money for Activision than Call of Duty does. But so it was no nonsense. It just made sense for Nintendo to get into that as well, and they've had some beautiful characters. And look, they have 30 and 40-year-olds scouring stores to buy some.
Get out of the way, you 5-year-old. The slap. Make a miniseries out of that, NBC.
There you go. The Amiibo slap on NBC.
You deserve it, kid. That's my villager.
This may not be related to Nintendo, but I'll just say it now. All I want is 2K to say they're coming out with their own figures for WWE, and the little platform can be a little ring, and you put your little John Cena's or Big Show or what have you onto it, and you can play that way. And sold. Done.
That would be an interesting marketing idea for WWE, but you know what happened, right? Everybody demanded a CM Punk figure.
Yeah, well, that's going to happen with any.
Yeah, and then they'd be on eBay the next day for like $300.
I know, right? Interactive with the UFC game.
Yeah. I mean, like the amiibos. I don't think Nintendo actually realized how big amiibos were gonna be.
Well, it always feels like
I think they had an inkling. I think they had an inkling, but yeah, I think they had an inkling, but I don't think they expected, what's. I mean, yeah, I mean, I was looking on eBay the other day, and it was like just for a villager, somebody paid like $160 for a villager.
Jeez,
Holy crap.
I was like, wow.
Mm.
I'm sitting there going, I was like, I'm gonna have 3 of them soon.
I think it's hilarious. Somebody paid like $80 for a Marth, and then like the day after they paid for it, they announced they were making more Marth figures for the Fire Emblem game that was coming out this year.
Yeah.
Like, son of a-
yeah. That secondary market that will calm down after time. It happened with Skylanders when it first came out, but getting back into Nintendo per se. So they're embracing Amiibo. They've released some stellar titles. I mean, really highly rated, well-regarded titles in 2014. How awesome was, and at the right time, was Mario Kart 8.
Incredibly.
Mario, they could not have timed that any better. That was perfect.
I remember at that time there was concern like, oh, Wii U's not selling. What's Nintendo gonna do? Boom, Mario Kart 8. Everyone went out and bought Wii U.
Not to mention the fact that the DLC that they launched for it was not only practical, but worth its value. Adding Link, adding an Excite Bike arena, and adding whatever they're going to add with the April update. I mean, it's really a smart idea. It's DLC done right. It's not like fluffer DLC like, and you get this weapon. No. We'll give you Link. Merry Christmas.
Right. Yeah. I'm really excited to see what E3 brings. I keep hearing Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing on the Wii U would be pretty good. Let's be honest.
That would set them. That would sell even more. That would.
Yeah, I mean,
people are waiting on it.
Unless, of course, villagers come by and steal my damn mail again.
Yeah.
Jerks. I did want to talk about another quick thing about Nintendo. They also announced a release date for the new Nintendo 3DS on our shores. Finally coming February 13th, but I found this interesting. I think this is the first time ever that they're going to package hardware without an AC adapter.
Yeah.
I think this is a rather interesting decision. I mean, it's only going to cost like what, $5-10 to get a used one, whatever. It does work with older ones.
Yeah, if that, yeah.
But you're going to have parents. You're going to have parents who are going to buy. Sorry, Andre. You're going to have parents who buy this thing around Christmas, and then the kids are going to be like, "Why isn't my 3DS working? Well, where's the charger?
It doesn't
have one."
Well, see, the problem
have to be very smart about this.
Yeah, they need to like say, oh, it would help to buy a charger. Here's one for $10-15. I mean, I understand they tried to, they took it out to keep the price down, but I'm just saying they need to emphasize the point that if you want to keep your system charged, you need a charger. They need to hammer this point home. Otherwise, you're going to have angry kids on Christmas. Nintendo's customer service is going to be hammered, and it's.
Do you think it was a shot? Do you think it was a shot at like places like GameStop? Because oftentimes people will trade in the older hardware for the newer hardware,
and they need the plug to do it. Mm-hmm. It might. Well, the reason why they did it is because like with the 3DS XL, we're the only territory that had a charger with the 3DS XL. Yeah. Like Japan and Europe didn't get a charger, and they complained, but they were like, okay, that's fine, we're good. But everybody, like all I've heard on Facebook or on Twitter or anywhere, it's like, where's the charger? Are you serious? No charger? I'm like, the reason they gave you a charger last time is because they knew you were going to complain about it. And that's the reason why.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
A lot of people who, if you have, like, I have a big family, we all have 3DSs around. I always have a charger. And plus, they're only really like $9.99 at Best Buy or wherever you're going to get them. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're really not that expensive. I mean, you're already going to drop $200 or you're going to trade in yours or whatever. $10 extra for a charger, it should not be that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's just like I said, they really need to emphasize the point that it does not have a charger, so that on Christmas Day, all of a sudden, Junior's system doesn't work. I think one other thing that really irks me, I mean, not the system itself, The seamless 3D sounds like a fantastic idea. The new
Oh, yeah.
processing power, the game's going to run faster. The thing is this, they announced a Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask model, which looks incredible. And there were a
Yeah.
lucky few that got pre-orders in for that, and they're already selling the pre-orders on eBay for like 400, 500 bucks. I
Right.
mean, it's just the amiibo thing all over again where they're just doing it to cash in a quick buck. I bought my system. I'm going to enjoy the hell out of my system.
Oh, yeah.
That's the point. I mean, Nintendo's not happy with all these eBay scalpers, but there's nothing they can do about it. You know,
Yeah, they even sent out a press release about it. They were like,
I know.
we don't like it. It sucks. But once they buy it, it's up to them to do what they want with it. It's not.
Yeah, it's like, remember that whole debacle with the PlayStation 4 20th anniversary
Oh,
system?
God.
And you took forever trying to get a pre-order in the Sony store, and then all of a sudden it was gone, and
Mhm.
you had to go to eBay and pay like 1,200 something bucks plus for a system. And Sorry, I just get annoyed when people buy these collector's edition things for the sake to make a quick buck instead of, I don't know, actually enjoying. Remember when we enjoyed collector's edition shit?
Oh,
it was
yeah.
the greatest thing in
Right.
the world. I still do. So
Right.
that's just me.
Well, let's look back now.
Now the time machine, the way back machine.
That's right. That's right. I'm going to start off with the recent past. Their previous generation console, the Wii. Obviously, not that much graphical power in it, but it really made a huge name for itself in just the general consciousness. You know, we have Wii U's in senior living communities now, and they'll be there for a long time. You know, they're so rare to pick up new technology, new game. To bring in a video game console into a senior living community is a huge deal. It introduced the fact that you could actually game with the motion, whether it was Wii Bowling or Mario Party or just that was one of the exciting things. And it sold 50 million?
Yeah, Wii Sports really opened up accessibility
Yeah.
for the Wii. I mean, I'd seen people playing it in bars, in nursing homes, people who swore they'd never touch a video game in their life. They'd pick up a controller and they beat the crap out of their kid 220 to 113 in a bowling match. They're like, ha, I'm the master of the universe. I've seen this stuff all over the place. It's really that kind of appeal that made the Wii take off. I think the thing that killed it were the two things. Number one, the fact that it was not HDMI compatible, and number two, all this shovelware. It's like once people caught onto this motion stuff, I mean, the shovelware just came out of the woodwork, and Nintendo tried to make it more of a kids' machine. There weren't too many mature games for it, and I think it was a great system. I mean, we got a bunch of great games out of it. We got like Punch-Out, Super Mario Galaxy 2, Metroid Prime Trilogy, which, by the way, are available digitally on the Wii U over the next couple of weeks anyway. Which are good buys for $10 each.
Right.
I really think the accessibility and the introduction of a number of familiar franchises really helped Nintendo out. I just think that trying to focus too much on the kiddie market and having all the shovelware killed it. So that's why they probably went the direction they did with the Wii U. They wanted to get more of a hardcore appeal with the system while at the same time still appealing to parents, and it took forever to catch on, but I think slowly but surely it's getting there. But with the Wii, I think they had the right steps in terms of like a general casual audience acceptance. That's just me, though.
Yeah, I mean, I mean the Wii, the Wii. I look at my library and it's like the Wii has a tremendous hardcore. I mean, there's like probably I'm gonna say, and I'm just saying for me, there's like 40 titles for the Wii that are aimed at the hardcore. I mean, just people who just like game. I mean, there's the Resident Evil Chronicles games. There's I love Zack and Wiki. Zack and Wiki was one of my favorite Wii U games. Wii games. Metroid Prime, there's Xenoblade, there's No More Heroes. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's, like I said, there's Punch Out. There's tons of stuff. You just have to give a lot of the games a chance. Sin and Punishment, for instance, that's another one.
Oh, Sin and Punishment's amazing.
There's a lot of titles on the Wii that a lot of people just really just slept on. They really just didn't. If it wasn't Mario or something like that, they just didn't notice it. But a lot of people, once you get past all of the hype and stuff like that, you get into actually the meat of the system and what the games they offer. You come out with a great system and a great reason to even pick up games. I mean, a lot of the games are really great.
Yeah, and we've got to mention the impact of their handhelds, the DS, and later the 3DS. 3DS took a little bit longer to pick up steam, but the software was always there, whether or not it used the 3D technology. 2DS has done well, and there's just hundreds and hundreds of great titles for it. My personal favorite, and I consider my 3DS my Animal Crossing device.
Yes.
I play. I pass over other games for it. I have Luigi's Mansion lying unplayed because I'm still playing Animal Crossing. I had a co-host of mine on Gamer Husbands offer me a code for Monster Hunter, and I said, you know what? Someone else will probably use it. I'm playing Animal Crossing. But there's so many other guys.
I'm not really shocked, but the resurgence of people playing Animal Crossing. Like I'm in a bunch of the groups, and for a while there, they were kind of like quiet, and then all of a sudden, this summer, all of a sudden I get Animal Crossing posts all the time. It's like, man, people are really playing this game like it just came out, and it's like I love that. I love the fact that you can actually the game never stops, and you can keep. There's always something to do, and that's why I love that. I can't wait. I hope they do a Wii U version. I pray they do one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Animal Crossing was a game that I played on the Wii when it first came out on the Wii.
It was also on GameCube.
Well, we didn't have a GameCube, and unfortunately, when our Wii was stolen from us, I think Animal Crossing was in the Wii when it was stolen.
Yeah.
It never came out of the Wii. But when we got it for the 3DS, we had to get 2 copies of it because
it made me pick up a 3DS.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't really need DS. That sort of stuff doesn't impress me. Oh, Animal Crossing?
Yeah. And they do well with the fact that they have things for your birthday. They have things for the holidays. They even have made-up holidays.
Yeah.
And
it's National Mailbox Day. Go.
Yeah, they do. They have those types of things that keep you going. And I haven't played it in a long time.
Well, the longevity of that game. Usually you're left like, oh, when's the next iteration coming out? But again, you return the title and it still feels fresh and new. And there's just, like I said, there's just so many other stuff you could play. Pokemon has been so huge.
I'm Pokemon
for a handheld title or for handhelds there.
You know what?
You guys have a deeper knowledge of that, of what other titles are out there. But what are some of really like key titles for the DS and 3DS?
You know what? In order to look at Nintendo's dominance in the handheld front, we got to go way further back than that. We're talking the original Game Boy. Like when they came out with Tetris for the Game Boy, that was instant addiction for millions of people. It was a really good version, simple but worked.
That was digital crack. Crack.
I actually bought the Game Boy version for my 3DS because they were about to take it off the shop. I had to get it. It's $4. It's instant. Bliss. But like other games Nintendo knew about, like Super Mario Land, even though it was like micro-sized, I still thought that was a fun game.
It was awesome.
Super Mario Land 2, Link's Awakening. I mean, just like from the get-go, these guys knew what franchises would work on a handheld basis, and a lot of those franchises carried over the DS and 3DS. Like Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. Super Mario Yoshi's Island remake. Just a bunch of these different franchises that worked really well with the dual screen setup, like the Mario and Luigi games. I thought those were terrific.
They're great role-playing games, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the handheld. I mean, Nintendo. I mean, with the Game Boy, they just reinvented the wheel. I mean, it was just you couldn't go wrong with it because even though they did have a lot of toward the end of the lifespan of the original Game Boy, they had a ton of shovelware and just like Me Too games and stuff like that. But I mean, they had some really great, like even some of the great arcade ports were really, the Mini Final Fight and stuff like that.
Mighty
Like-
Final Fight. I remember that.
Mighty Final Fight. That was you know, like the little like even the little like Mortal Kombat Killer Instinct title. They were a little cheesy, but they were still kind of fun. You know?
Yeah,
And-
they were.
Like the Street Fighter, they had a lot of the King of Fighter stuff on it. The SNK games were really fun, but the role playing games on the original Game Boy and the platformers really set that system apart from anything anybody else was doing.
Mhm.
And it
Yeah, I mean-
it just took off from there.
You know, it's like the screen was kind of hard to look at with the Game Boy, but their library really did show a lot of diverse stuff. I mean, I enjoyed Operation C, Battletoads.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
it really brought all these great games out of the woodwork. And like I said, that support carried over to their new handhelds, too. So, I mean, they've really hit the mark when it comes to handhelds. I think the only thing in terms of like a portable system that didn't work in their favor is obviously the Virtual Boy. But that
Right.
wasn't really considered much of a handheld as much as it was like a gimmick thing.
Yeah.
So.
So I miss the GameCube. We never owned a GameCube. What do you guys? I mean, I know.
That's
Get off the podcast. Get off the podcast.
That's a special. That's a special. The GameCube is special to me. Go ahead though.
Well, no. Tell us more what we're missing. Not ever.
Well,
having a GameCube.
I remember when I remember being at E3 the year the GameCube was coming out, and this was when like the PlayStation 2, you know, played DVDs, and the Xbox played DVDs, and it did all this other stuff. And I remember reading the E3 show daily, and on the front of it was GameCube. It plays games. And I remember that like it was yesterday. I was like, oh my god, that was so perfect. And that to me solidified Nintendo for me from that point on. I was like, they make good games. They know about games. And it was just that whole E3 was just so awesome because I got to play. The reason I bought a GameCube was Pikmin. When I played Pikmin and the devs were talking about it, I was like, oh god, I got to get this game. This is it. Yep, GameCube's mine. I'm buying it. That's it.
See, it was all about Star Wars to me. Star Wars in the GameCube when I saw it the first time was amazing. And the fact that they were coming up with a Smash Brothers game around launch, you know, instead of the traditional Mario thing, it was kind of a changing of the guard. It's like, I always like a good Mario adventure, don't get me wrong, but seeing Smash Brothers come out for it first, you know, Nintendo knew they wanted to go after a more, like, devoted gaming audience and everything like that. And, you know, the GameCube was home to some of the best, like, F-Zero GX is still the best F-Zero game I played in a long time. You know?
And Eternal Darkness.
Eternal Darkness was amazing.
That
Underhyped and everything like that, but it was ridiculous.
They have never done anything like that since.
I know. I mean, Chris, you need to get Eternal Darkness and a memory card, and then I'm going to watch your face when you freak out and say, like, we deleted your Metroid Prime saves.
That was so
also,
awesome.
Metroid Prime. I mean, this was a big
losing,
surprise.
People were losing their minds. Oh man, yeah.
Metroid Prime was a genuine surprise. I mean, like when people were like, "Oh, we're gonna put Samus Aran into a first-person perspective," people were like losing their shit. They were upset. They were like, "Oh, I hate you guys. I hate you guys." Then they saw the game and you're like, "Wait a minute, why didn't we do this before? This is amazing." You know, I've never seen such a quick turnaround on such a concept in my life. That's how quick Metroid Prime turned around.
And the thing about the GameCube was it was actually more powerful than the PS2 and Xbox when it came out. And a lot of the games that were ported over, the GameCube versions were like the best versions. And it was just, and I don't know, the GameCube was just it has a very like huge staple in the history of gaming because you know it was one of the, you know, besides the Dreamcast and original Xbox, it was one of the first systems you had 4 ports. You can play right there. I mean, you know, and it reintroduced Mario Party. You know, and then Mario Party 4 is still one of my favorite Mario Party games.
And possible one of the best controllers ever on a console.
Oh yes, and like Robert, when you said with Smash Brothers, I mean, this is how good Smash Brothers Melee was. Mm-hmm. Since Melee, there's been Brawl, and then the new one, of course. When in the fighting game community, Melee is still the number one, like the only Smash Brothers game everybody uses. Mm-hmm. Like Brawl, they like Brawl, but no, it's Melee.
Because Melee had the older feel to it.
Yeah, they broke them. I mean, it was just like they broke the mold with that, and it was just, you know, I mean, like the GameCube was just hands down just one of the best. I mean, like I still play Animal Crossing from time to time on it because it was just the original. that's the original platform Animal Crossing was on. It was just so much fun. It's just a great system.
Do you find that since Animal Crossing has been around for so long and you have been playing it for so long that it's changed enough that it maintains your interest, or are you finding that you're just doing repetitive action?
No, it's changed. It's changed in the right directions, and there's like Animal Crossing for 3DS. I mean, there's no end to the stuff you can do. Even if you max out everything, there's still stuff to do, and it's just like
people keep asking us, I guess because we're the married gamers, when can I marry another person in Animal Crossing?
Oh my
God.
I don't
seriously?
think that'll happen. I don't think they'll ever go the Sims route with that. I don't think they'll ever do that.
Yeah,
That's
because
why I think
all it takes is one guy marrying another guy, and they're gonna freak out. Remember that whole thing with that what was that life game? Yeah.
The Tamagotchi. But see, that's the thing. If people don't know that in the Japanese, there's three prior games in Japan that already did that.
Yeah.
But
And
it's
it was
just
no
it's
big
the
deal.
unknowns that people don't like
Right.
within video games.
Yeah, I was like, that's not that big of a deal to me.
Right.
Let's continue our trip back in the past here. A console I actually did own, maybe didn't have the as stellar of games as offered on the GameCube, was the N64. I unfortunately owned the Star Wars Pod Racer, which was horrible. But
if it had
I also
come with
No, you want horrible. Play the PS2 one. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
The Super Bombad Racing or whatever the hell it was.
That was
but it had
That was terrible.
It had great Zelda on it.
And see, the
I never could get
N64 was
into
N64 was underrated. People dismissed it because they were a cartridge, but come on,
It was home to some of the best 4-player games ever.
Jet Force Gemini, come on,
Star Fox, GoldenEye,
There was a
F-Zero,
Star Wars for it.
Mischief Makers.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh God, yes.
We're done talking.
You can't go wrong with GoldenEye. GoldenEye was a great game.
Yeah, the
someone
N64 had a
argued
ton of great games.
Some would argue that it's the signature game for
GoldenEye?
GoldenEye. I mean, because they also remade it for the Wii, which
Correct.
was good, and then they remade it on a different engine for the PS3 and Xbox 360.
Right. And I remember playing GoldenEye. And I don't know if it was on the console that you owned or if I played it. When did that console came out?
97.
Yeah,
Or the console came out in 95. The game came out in 97.
Yeah.
Okay, so it probably was the console that you owned. But I remember playing that game. Now, anybody who's ever played a shooter with me will completely admit that I'm a horrible shooter player.
Well, maybe if you learned how to climb ladders.
Okay, you know what? Let's not get into ladder competition here, Robert. Maybe you need to teach me how to climb ladders, Robert.
One rung at a time. What's to teach?
Okay. I know how to climb ladders in real life. In games is a completely other idea.
Yes,
But
obviously.
with shooters, I am a in-your-face shooting game player. Obviously, in GoldenEye, you have to be a tactical player, and that game forced me to learn how to do that, and I actually enjoyed playing that game.
GoldenEye was great.
I think what it was at the time before GoldenEye came out, first-person shooters weren't so widely accepted on consoles because we had to get used to controls and the setup and everything like that. Like, it was a PC thing at the time. But then GoldenEye came along, and all of a sudden the controls were good to grasp, and we didn't have to worry too much about adapting from a keyboard, and they included 4-player split-screen multiplayer where you could scream at one another because you're looking at somebody else's screen. I'm not cheating. I'm just good. What?
Right.
And, it's just doing something like that. It was a fun multiplayer run. But, I mean, these days we're spoiled rotten. We have online and everything like that. But it's not the same as getting 4 people together in a room and playing multiplayer GoldenEye. That set the standard for console shooters. Let's be honest.
Right.
The Super Nintendo. I have a special story, and one reason why Nintendo is near and dear to me. we were moving from our house in California to out east near Philadelphia, and we needed to sell our house. And as part of that, I painted the interior of our house, and as a reward, I got a Super Nintendo NES, or excuse me, Super NES, and Super Street Fighter, and it was amazing.
I still would be able to kick your ass in that game. You know
probably
that.
could.
He'd probably let you win to avoid argument.
No, he knows that I'm a better fighter game than he is.
You're a better fighting game than he is? Fighter, you mean?
Okay, you know what? I can
Compatible.
probably beat your ass in a fighting game, Robert.
You know what? Not if you had a ladder nearby. Anyway.
I would use the ladder on you, Robert.
Let's be honest. The only way to play Street Fighter was on the Super Nintendo. Sega Genesis, you couldn't do it unless you had the 6-button fighting pad, and even then the music wasn't the same or anything like that.
No.
The Super NES release of the original Street Fighter 2 was, for lack of a better word, perfect. It was arcade perfect.
It really was. Even if you go back and look at it now, I mean, you look at the frame rate and everything. It was arcade perfect.
I know, right?
You can beat it.
And the sequels were good too, but there was something about the original when it came out like 1 year after the arcade game was such a damn hit. I mean, it was like everywhere. I want to play more Street Fighter 2, but hey, I want to save my quarters. Here's a $50 cartridge. Yay!
Right.
You know, you're all happy about that. I mean, I was in a tournament one time and I kicked like the store owner's ass and he banned me from the store afterward, but I still have that victory. But I mean, go.
We can't forget that the Nintendo was the first system that we had to blow on a cartridge to actually get it to work if you hadn't played the cartridge for a while.
But the Super NES, you didn't need to do that. Super NES cartridges worked fine for the most part, unless you got them like dirty or something.
Yeah, unless they were like really crappy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Super NES really they did it better with the cartridge design, so you didn't have to blow them out. But let's be honest, there was something cool about going.
Oh yeah.
Unless you spit on them.
No. The spit is what made it work. See, that was the trick. That's what made it work. Oh, I mean, I remember me and some friends of mine were talking about that like a long time ago back then. It was like, well, what tricks do you use? It's like, well, have you ever thought about? There's one guy said, "Do you ever put them in the freezer?" What? You put NES cartridges in the freezer for like 30 seconds, and then it was supposed to like. I don't know what it did. I don't know if it just
recharge it.
Down. I don't know if it cools the chip down or something. I don't know, but it supposedly worked. And a couple of times I tried it. I was like, it actually worked. When people talk about where you blow on them, and then you.
I did the cotton swab thing.
The cotton swab thing was sometimes the cotton fibers would get caught in the chip.
Yeah, you had to get the good swabs, not the 2-cent generic shit. You had to get the good swabs, the Q-tips.
Yeah.
Well, since we're talking NES. It was started at all. Besides Atari, but there's just so many games for it. Obviously, we got to talk about Duck Hunt and the Laughing Dog. I'm sure Kelly has a great memory to that.
Goddamn dog.
For me, it was California Games.
Oh yeah,
I love that game.
See, for me, it was about Battletoads. I still consider that one of my all-time greats, and it's not just because I can get through that little speed racing stage without hitting a wall. I've mastered that, but it's just because it was such a hardcore challenge at the time. I mean, we're coming from an era in which we had to rely on written down passwords, and I think only like a handful of games had saves or whatever. So you had to be either really good or cheat like a mother with the Game Genie to really get anywhere. And we're spoiled now. But I mean, like back in the old days, it was what defined a gamer, being hardcore enough to get through that sequence in Battletoads, or getting through Legends of Zelda without saving so many times. There was a different time back then, and I think it really defined what our industry became. I mean, not what it is now, but I'm just like it helped push forward so many innovations. And at the time, let's be honest, Battletoads was fun as shit.
Oh yeah, I mean my thing was my favorites were Castlevania,
Contra,
the Batman game,
Turtles 2, the arcade game. That was
yes, Turtles 2, yeah. And
even though it was a crappy adaptation, it was still fun. Come on.
oh, it was. That's the thing about those games. Were I mean, that's the thing. I talk to kids now, and like my son's friends, and it's like, man, I said you wouldn't know what to do with this game if you tried it. So I introduced Battletoads to some of my son's friends, and they're like, oh my god, this game. They're like, oh my god, this game was like crap. I said I'll give you $10 to get past the first level. And they
So
couldn't
you're
do it.
bribing them.
Oh no, I did bribe them to try. They're like, "Oh my god, this game is hard as crap." I was like, "Yeah, it's you won't find a game this hard now. Go ahead and try it. Keep going. I'll give you $20. You get past the third level. I'll give you $50." And they could not do it. And those games were. That's the thing about today's gamers. They really kind of, I guess to use a older term, get my goat.
Get my goat.
Get my goat. I had to throw that out there.
Don't tell JBB.
Yeah, I know. But it's just one of those. It's like I said, you guys. Those games were all about gameplay. You had to have fun playing this game, whether it was hard or not. You had to enjoy it. Even do the platforming crap that I say. Like with Castlevania games, you get hit, you get knocked back a little bit, and you still got to try to make that jump or whatever. Battletoads, the same thing. A lot of these games, you had to learn how to play them, and you had to master them in order to beat them. I was telling my son the other day about that. I said, go and grab Ghosts and Goblins and put that in the NES and see see what you can do with that. He goes, what do you mean? I go, you have to beat that game twice. You have to go through the entire game.
Oh, the second time, won't you only have like a special weapon that you have to use?
Yeah, you had one weapon, but everything was like every enemy was ramped up like 5 times. So, you had to hit them once in the original run. You got to hit them 3 times in the second run.
Yeah.
And you had to go through it. And once you did that, once you beat that, you really beat the game. I said they don't do that anymore. I mean, those games like that. That made your childhood. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna go anywhere until I beat this. Rygar.
3 days later.
Yeah. I mean,
school.
Hard platformer, Kid Icarus.
Oh yes.
God, that game pissed me off.
Yeah. That's one of the games to this day I have not beaten, and I'm just like, I don't even want to go back and try it. I don't even want to do it. I have it on 3DS, and I'm like, I get frustrated. I go, nope, I'm turning it off.
And we haven't even mentioned Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario 3.
Yeah, those are that was a mini a day. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I love that game. Love that
Super
game.
Mario 3 was just ridiculously good. I remember, like, before it came out for the NES, just real quick, a few months before it came out for the NES, my local laundromat had it in a Play Choice 10. You guys remember the Play Choice 10?
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing. I spent, like, hours at that laundromat beating Super Mario 3 before it came out. That's how hardcore I was. It was amazing. And then it came out, and I beat it at home, too. I was like, yep, it's awesome. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, the game that blew my mind and made me love Nintendo until the day I die is the original Metroid.
Yeah. And I think what blew my mind is that it was a girl. I think a lot of people
didn't know that.
That blew a lot of people's minds.
Yeah. I think a friend of mine said it best. Is like, after I beat the game and she took off her helmet, revealed she was a girl, he's like, that girl's got tits!
Thank you, Robert,
would notice that, wouldn't you?
Way to point out the tits that aren't there. Way to go.
That's hilarious.
All right, so really quickly, we're running out of time. Future of Nintendo. Any what do you guys think about Nintendo's chances? I'll just start by saying I really think Nintendo is going to grow, and I really think that in the very near future, Nintendo will acquire Sega.
No, I don't think it's Sega they're going to go after. I think it's Capcom. I think if Nintendo acquires Capcom, because Capcom hasn't been doing much outside of reboots and everything like that, like Resident Evil and Devil May Cry and all that stuff. They're still doing good stuff. Street Fighter V for PS4, but it's going to be a matter of like in about a year or so they'll be able to acquire some talent. And by that time, Capcom, I don't know. I think Sega still got some stuff going. I don't know if Sega's going to be so quick to acquire.
Sega's got to get They got to get out of the chair and get out and do some.
Sega's got to do a
exercise or something.
Dreamcast too. That's what they got to do.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this out in the air because I really want Sega and Nintendo to do this. Burning Rangers Wii U. I want that.
Yes.
I want that to happen.
Panzer Dragoon Wii U.
If I could buy the rights and have them do that, I would. Oh my God, I would do that. So
In fact, re-releases of all the Sega Saturn games on Wii U would be amazing. Panzer
would be-
Dragoon Saga, Burning
that would be
Rangers.
that. And you don't have to HD them. Just bring them out. Who cares? Just get them out. That's the thing that bothers me about Sega is they have such a insane library of games.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the thing. If Nintendo did acquire them, that would open up a lot of possibilities. That I mean, let's be honest, Sega's been limping a little bit ever since whatever the hell Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric was.
To me, they've been limping for like the last couple of years. To me,
Alien Isolations.
Like I love the 3D. I love the 3D. The classics on the 3DS. Those are amazing. But Sega's got. I mean, think about it. The email system in Burning Rangers. If you've never played the game, you play futuristic firefighters. And you actually, this was in the This was like in the early mid 90s.
Yeah.
Hey, you get to email the people you saved, and they email you back. Hey, thanks for saving me.
Yeah, it was a pretty sweet system.
That would work perfectly with the Wii U.
As far as I mean, I don't think Nintendo's going to acquire them anytime soon, but it is a novel idea. As far as this year goes, I think they're not going to be able to catch up with Microsoft and Sony just yet. But if they do this Pokemon announcement at E3, which is very likely, that's going to help boost them quite a bit. If they announce a new Metroid, if they announce new Animal Crossing, so Chris has a social life again.
You won't see me.
They didn't laugh.
They announced Animal Crossing. You won't see me.
Haha.
I'll have to buy 5 Wii U's when Animal Crossing comes out because all my kids love Animal Crossing. So.
Yeah, I think Nintendo's success will get better. I don't know if they'll be up there with Microsoft and Sony just yet. They're probably going to work on new hardware before they get to that point and regain the confidence of third-party companies. But 2015, I think, will be a good year for them, especially if they get on a Pokemon Amiibo train. If they get on that, then no question that's going to explode. Especially if they release Pokken for Wii U. That'd be a hell of an exclusive. Pokken for Wii U would be a hell of an exclusive.
That would be great. And whatever that new game that Namco Bandai's working on, that looks awesome. I don't know what it is. I don't know. No, it's they announced it in the Nintendo Direct. They didn't announce it. They just said, "Hey, it's a new game from Namco
the
Bandai."
Treasure game. Yeah, the Treasure 4-player.
Project Treasure. Yeah, Project Treasure. Keep with the exclusives. Exclusives are kind of like what's going to define this generation.
Yeah, I think so too.
Kelly, what do you think about Nintendo's future?
I think we're gonna see a lot more from Nintendo. I mean, it was there for a while. Nintendo wasn't really in the race. I mean, they were kind of just there, and it sounds bad to say it that way, but it was Xbox and PlayStation. And we knew that they were right there, and there was, there's a third console back there. There was Nintendo. That Wii U really has invigorated Nintendo. And Nintendo, I mean, we have the PlayStation Vita, but the Vita really hasn't done much, I don't think.
It doesn't have a robust library.
No, and the 3DS is really the only handheld out there that does anything. I mean, we got the 2DS, but that I think is for the Roberts out there. No, for the kids. I'm just teasing Robert. It's for the kids out there. The ones until they can graduate to the 3DSs. But I mean, every time you go to a major gaming event, you see probably 75 to 80% of people carrying around their 3DSs. They're doing street passes.
Oh yeah.
Street passing.
You see people in the Nintendo section just as much as you do in the PlayStation area and you do in the Xbox area. That Nintendo library is robust, and it's going to continue to be there
in the future.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I just think that
I just
it's
want to
like
Bayonetta 3.
you go to the gaming events, you have to stand in line to get to see the Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's kind of they've been getting better with him, thankfully. Last E3 wasn't half bad in terms of like getting
Robert
in and
just-
seeing what you want to.
Robert just wants everything attached to the beautiful woman so that he has.
Oh, hi. Yes, a 3DS and a hot girl. Are we going to get married? You have to admit that's a novel concept compared to like strapping it to a counter.
Yeah.
I remember when they started doing that, I was like, that's
Xbox
genius. That's genius.
I don't think they can strap the Xbox Ones to a beautiful woman, though.
Hey,
We'll
quit
see
jumping
how-
around. You're going to break the system.
All right. So, any last words about Nintendo from anyone?
I want a Bayonetta 3. I haven't even played Bayonetta 2 yet, but
You need to play
they
Bayonetta.
can't cut her hair any shorter.
Yeah, you got to play Bayonetta.
You gotta
It's,
play Bayonetta too. It's the greatest stuff that Platinum's Games has worked on in a long time, and that's
Do you
including
feel it was
Okami.
a lot better than 1?
I think it's better than 1. Yes.
yeah, but I would play 1 on the Wii U just so you could experience all the costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
And the little tiny little things they added to it, just the little subtle things they added to it.
Yeah.
Just it's amazing.
It just
I mean-
it really makes you want Nintendo to go after more hardcore games like that, which is why I think this year's release of Devil's Third is going to be something really
Yeah, that's gonna be
cool.
really.
Because it's going to have all sort of.
Nintendo go out after the hardcore games now?
I hope so. I mean, Devil's Third is by the guy Itagaki who worked on
Right.
Ninja Gaiden, Dead or Alive, and everything like that. And it sounds like they're really doing stuff for the multiplayer that's going to help Nintendo Network, as well as a single-player campaign that's going to be bloody as hell. You know,
The
it's
trailer
gonna be
looks
insane.
amazing.
It's going to be insane. I mean, it's like it's been a long time coming, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And obviously, I think Star Fox is going to appeal to both older and younger gamers as well. I think Nintendo's going to throw in the kind of stuff because I think Platinum Games is working on it. And if that's the case, then
I hope
you
so.
know they're going to throw in the hardcore stuff. You know, it's going to be great. So, that's just me.
You know, I'm thinking that Zelda might turn the tide on a lot
Zelda's
of people. A lot of people are gonna go really the Wii U, and they're gonna go check out the new Zelda.
It looks amazing from what I've seen.
And
And
if-
this
if-
is on a tiny screen, but still, it's something.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, and the fact that you can pretty much, just like Skyrim, go anywhere. You see something in the background, you can go there,
Yep.
and that's gonna appeal to a lot of gamers. So I think it's gonna be
the one
great.
other thing that I have to bring up about the Wii U is it seems like, well, in Nintendo, it seems that they have a lot of different events within big box stores to get people interested still to this day. I'm going to bring up Marsha Webb. They did some sort of event at her local big box store that got her daughter interested in, it was a Toad game.
Toe Tracker or Treasure Tracker.
Yeah.
Captain Toad
And
Tracker.
her daughter was able to play through that entire game with very minimal mom help.
Mhm.
And her daughter's 4. And the fact that she was able to pick up a game on the Wii U and work through it, I mean, that's a fantastic thing that Nintendo was able to show her as a mom that her daughter could do that rather than her having to pick something up. So Nintendo realizes that not all gamers can get to an E3 or a PAX event, and they're doing stuff at local box stores as
Yeah,
well.
but there's a catch-22 with that. When you do something limited on like just one unit, you have a line that's going out the door at your local Best Buy for like 3 hours. If Nintendo's going to do something like that, set up 10 units. How hard would it be to rent a truck with like 10 to 15 units built inside it? That would be a lot more sense than having a line going through the damn store so people could play Smash Brothers like they could last summer. There needs to be a better concept with that. If they can do that, I mean, they do these mall tours and everything like that are novel and ideal. Plus, they hire the right kind of people, like my friend Jess V. They really, get the right people, get the right setup. These tours can really do a lot of good. But when you limit it to like one kiosk, it's crap.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, I think Nintendo keeping the word out about the Wii U and what it does, it will help. It'll only help. I mean, that first 6 months, year was a little rough because nobody knew what it was. Even people today still don't know what it is. But you just have to once you just get the word, keep getting the word out, getting the word of mouth out there of what it does, and they'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. I think they're going to keep on keeping on with their energy. Like I said, they just need to do more related stuff where, it's better to be outreach to the public. I mean, they're doing good with their Wii U demo units, but now they need to go next level and have like tours with multiple kiosks in it, so like more people can have fun with it. I mean, Microsoft does it, and now Sony's doing the same thing with their PlayStation experience. This should be the summer in which Nintendo has this big, I don't know, even an 18-wheeler would be kind of awesome with the kiosks built into the side.
Yeah.
All right. With that, it's time to wrap up the show. I'd like to personally thank Andre and Robert for coming on the show. Go check out their sites. Once again, where can people find your website, Andre?
Oh, sorry. RealOtakuGamer.com. You can find me anywhere. Just look for Otaku Man 5000. That's me.
The new Otaku Man 5000.
Yes, very much. Had to go new on that one. But yeah, I'm so glad that I actually was able to make it with you guys. I'm so glad to be here. Always a pleasure, Robert.
Always a pleasure, Andre.
And hopefully I will get to see you guys at PAX East. If you guys make it, whoever makes it, hopefully I get to go. I'm gonna try. I might have to sell off some amiibos, but
Oh no, not the villagers.
No.
No.
But I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And Robert, where can folks read your work?
Okay, here we go. My work is at GameCrate.com, ReadRetro.com, TheGeekCulture.com, PrimaGames.com, and AListDaily.com. You can find me on Twitter at the DCD. You can find me on Facebook, Robert Workman. I also have a Tumblr, RobertDCDWorkman.tumblr.com. You can check that out for my daily ramblings and shit like that. Kelly, always a pleasure. Chris, boat's still out. Sorry. Andre, plus, you guys know Kelly picks on me all the time, and she always does this too. Hey Robert, love you. It's just she had like 200 times at a show. It's like we just did that 5 minutes ago.
If you don't get enough of Robert's ramblings, you can also usually catch him picking on Marsha Webb on Twitter as well.
It's Marsha Morgan. Morgan.
At Jackbox.
No, what it is, it's a circle. It's me, Marcia, Carrie Bland, and Donna Nicholson all getting together and talking about cleavage and horse masks and video games. Quite a following, and I'm proud to be the only male member of that.
Yeah, that's.
Are you sure?
That's
I don't see any other guys talking about Marcia's boobs. They're there. They're just not important as me. So, love you, Marcia. Love you, Carrie. Love you, Donna. I kid.
I kid. Please don't sue, because I know how it is. I still can't believe that Kelly doesn't know who this is. Pet!
That's Kid Icarus, Kelly.
It's Kid Icarus. I didn't see it because I was looking on our YouTube.
Pay attention to me.
And with that, Kelly, take us out. You
can find us at themarriedgamers.net. Also on our Facebook page at facebook.com/themarriedgamers. You can follow us on Twitter at Married Gamers. Also, you can follow Lefty at Lefty Brown or myself at Mrs. Lefty Brown. Don't forget, you can send us your mail at marriedgamers@outlook.com, or you can send us a voicemail at 559-286-0919.
And I also like to remind folks that we do have a Libsyn TMG app. It's available for $1.99. And it can be found on most smartphones and tablets. So just check out the store on your smartphone and tablet. Search for the Married Gamers, and you'll be directed to that fabulous app. You'll be able to download or stream all of our episodes. Get involved with the Married Gamers through our website or Facebook page right there in the app. And any money that we do manage to make on it goes right back into server costs for the year. So big thanks for those who have purchased and paid for it and are enjoying that and reviewing that and all that. We greatly appreciate all of that. With that said, this has been episode 356 of the Married Gamers. Thank you so much for listening. We'll talk to you guys right after PAX South.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Goodbye.
Thanks.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
All right, guys.
Appreciate it.
See you guys later.
Yeah,
Have a
thank
good
you
one.
All
guys
right.
for being on.
Yeah.
Bye, Kelly. Quit being a pain in the ass. Oh, Kelly, did you ever get that custom Cards Against Humanity card? I gave it to you.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like,
thought
you never said
I-
anything. You never said anything.
I thought I
thought
did.
you were mad. I thought you were
Sorry.
mad at me.
I
I thought you were-
appreciate it.
I thought you were mad at me. I said,
not at
Kelly Brown, comma, the pain in my ass. All right, I'll see you guys later. Be good.
Okay. Take care.
All right.
Okay,
Take care, guys.
take care.
And those watching us, thank you for listening or watching.